Human hu- endocrine glands in animals possess a versatile communication system to coordinate biological functions. Exocrine glands and endocrine glands are two kinds of glands found in animals. Endocrine glands are found in different regions of the body of animals as well as human beings. These glands are called ductless glands. Their secretions are called hormones, which are produced in minute quantities. These secretions diffuse into the bloodstream and are carried out to the distant parts of the body. They act on specific organs, which are referred to as target organs. The branch of biology which deals with the study of endocrine glands and physiology is known as endocrinology. Thomas Addison is known as the father of endocrinology. English physiologists W. M. Bayliss and E. H. Starling introduced the term hormone in 1909. They first discovered the hormone secretin. Exocrine glands have specific ducts to carry their secretions. Example: salivary glands, mammary glands, sweat glands. Endocrine glands present in human being and other vertebrates are pituitary glands, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, pancreas, islets of Langerhans, adrenal gland, adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla, gonads, testes and ovary, thymus gland. Pituitary gland or hypophysis is a pea-shaped compact mass of cells located at the base of the midbrain attached to the hypothalamus by a pituitary stalk. The pituitary gland is anatomically composed of two lobes and perform different functions. They are the anterior lobe, adenohypophysis, and the posterior lobe, neurohypophysis. The interior lobe is non-existent in humans. The pituitary gland forms the major endocrine gland in most vertebrates. It regulates and controls other endocrine glands. So it's the major endocrine gland. And is called as the master gland. Hormones secreted by the anterior lobe adenohypophysis of pituitary. The anterior pituitary is composed of different types of cells and secrete hormones, which stimulates the production of hormones by other endocrine glands. The hormones secreted by anterior pituitary are growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, gonadotropic hormone, which comprises the follicle stimulating hormone, and luteinizing hormone, prolactin, growth hormone. Growth hormone promotes the development and enlargement of all tissues of the body. It stimulates the growth of muscles, cartilage, and long bones. It controls the cell metabolism. The improper secretion of this hormone leads to the following conditions. Dwarfism. It is caused by the decreased secretion of the growth hormone in children. The characteristics are stunted growth, delayed skeletal formation, mental disability. Over-secretion of growth hormone leads to degeneration. Excess secretion of growth hormone in adults may lead to abnormal enlargement of head, face, hands and feet, condition called acromegaly. Thyroid stimulating hormone controls the growth of thyroid gland, coordinates its activities and hormone secretion. Adrenocorticotropic hormone stimulates the adrenal cortex of the adrenal gland for the production of its hormones. It also influences protein synthesis in the adrenal cortex. Gonadotropic hormones are follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone, which are essential to the normal development of gonads. In male, it stimulates the germinal epithelium of testes for formation of sperms. In female, it initiates the growth of ovarian follicles and its development in ovary. Luteinizing hormone in male, it promotes the Leydig cells of the testes, so secrete male hormones testosterone. In female, it causes ovulation, rupture of mature Graafian follicle, responsible for the development of corpus luteum and production of female sex hormones estrogen and progesterone. Prolactin is also called lactogenic hormone. This hormone initiates the development of mammary glands during pregnancy and stimulates the production of milk after childbirth. Hormones secreted by the posterior lobe neurophyphasis of pituitary. The hormones secreted by the posterior pituitary are vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone, oxytocin, vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone (ADH) in kidney tubules. It increases reabsorption of water. It reduces loss of water through urine, and hence the name antidiuretic hormone. Deficiency of ADH or antidiuretic hormone reduces reabsorption of water and causes an increase in urine output. Polyuria. This deficiency disorder is known as diabetes insipidus. Oxytocin helps in the contraction of the smooth muscles of uterus at the time of childbirth and milk ejection from the mammary gland after childbirth. Thyroid gland is composed of two distinct lobes lying on either side of the trachea. The two lobes connected by means of a narrow band of tissue known as isthmus. This gland is composed of glandular follicles and lined by cuboidal epithelium. The follicles are filled with colloid material called thyroglobulin and an amino acid tyrosine and iodine are involved in the formation of thyroid hormone. The hormones secreted by the thyroid gland are triiodothyronine, tetradiothyronine, thyroxine. The functions of thyroid hormones are production of energy by maintaining the basal metabolic rate (BMR) of the body, helps to maintain normal body temperature, influences the activity of central nervous system, controls the growth of the body and the bone formation, essential for normal physical, mental, and personality development. It is known as the personality hormone. Regulates cell metabolism. Edward C. Kendall in 1914 first crystallized thyroxine hormone. Charles Harrington and George Barger identified the molecular structure of thyroxine in 1927. Thyroid gland requires 120 microgram of iodine every day for the production of thyroxine. When the thyroid gland fails to secrete the normal level of hormones, it is called thyroid dysfunction. It is hypothyroidism caused by decreased secretion of thyroid hormones. The abnormal conditions are simple goiter, cretinism, and myxedema. Goitre, it is caused due to the inadequate supply of iodine in our diet. This is commonly prevalent in Himalayan regions due to low level of iodine content in the soil. It leads to the enlargement of thyroid gland, which protrudes as a marked swelling in the neck and is called as goiter. Cretinism is caused due to decreased secretion of the thyroid hormones in children. The conditions are stunted growth, mental defect, lack of skeletal development, and deformed bones. They are called as cretins. Myxedema is caused by the deficiency of thyroid hormones in adults. They are mentally sluggish, increase in body weight, puffiness of face and hand, oedematous appearance. It hyperthyroidism caused by excess secretion of the thyroid glands, which leads to Graves' disease. The symptoms are protrusion of eyeballs, exophthalmia, increased metabolic rate, high body temperature, profuse sweating, loss of body weight, and nervousness. The parathyroid glands are four small oval bodies that are situated on the posterior surface of the thyroid lobes. The chief cells of the gland are mainly concerned with secretion of parathormone. The parathormone regulates calcium and phosphorus metabolism in the body. They act on both bone, kidney, and intestine to maintain blood calcium levels. The parathyroid dysfunction can be altered. The secretion of parathyroid hormone can be altered due to following conditions: removal of parathyroid hormone during thyroidectomy. Removal of thyroid causes decreased secretion of parathormone. The conditions are muscle spasm known as tetany, sustained contraction of muscles in face, larynx, hands and feet, full cramps of the link muscles, pancreas, isolates of Langerhans, Pancreas is an elongated yellowish gland situated in the loop of stomach and duodenum. It is exocrine as well as endocrine in nature, both exocrine and endocrine gland. The exocrine pancreas secretes pancreatic juice, which plays a role in digestion. The endocrine gland is made up of isolates of Langerhans. Human insulin was first discovered by Frederick Banting, Charles Best and MacLeod in 1921. Insulin was first used in the treatment of diabetes on 11th January 1922. The islets of Langerhans consist of two types of cells, namely alpha cells and beta cells. The alpha cells secrete glucagon, beta cells secrete insulin. A balance between insulin and glucagon production is necessary to maintain blood glucose concentration. Insulin is the conversion of glucose into glycogen, which is stored in the liver and skeletal muscles. It promotes the transport of glucose to the cells. It decreases the concentration of glucose in blood. Glucagon helps in the breakdown of the glycogen to glucose in the liver. It increases blood glucose levels. The deficiency of insulin causes diabetes mellitus. It is characterized by increase in blood sugar level, hyperglycemia, excretion of excess glucose in the urine, glycosuria, frequent urination, polyuria, increased thirst, polydipsia, increase in appetite, polyphagia. The adrenal glands are located above each kidney. They are also called as suprarenal glands. The outer part is the adrenal cortex and the inner part is adrenal medulla. The two distinct parts are structurally and functionally different.